WUWAH. Good morning. Wow, I went high in my voice there. How are you? My name is David. Welcome to the show. I can't say my surname or the name of the show within the first minute, apparently, because the algorithm's like, no swearing. So I'll use this time to give you some encouragement. I hope that if you haven't got out of bed, you're considering it. It's quite nice out of bed. I hope that once you get out of bed, you eat something, you drink something, have some vitamins and some medication if you need medication and it's available to you. Maybe some supplements. How about watching an old school funny YouTube video that you used to enjoy? I favor the Dog of Wisdom. I nearly described how I first came across the Dog of Wisdom, but it involves swearing. We were about to go to festival with my friend Mikey, who's in a band called TC and the Groove Family. If you haven't checked them out, please check them out. They're absolutely amazing. And we went to go pick up Mikey, and he went, I've just seen the best YouTube video. It's completely let's say effed. And then he showed me the Dog of Wisdom, and it's long been one of my favorite videos on the internet. And I like to show it to my family members' children and my friends' children when they're just on the cusp of being able to speak. I think it puts them all back up about a week in learning to speak because they spend the rest of the week going bah, 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 bah. But my girlfriend's cousin's child genuinely calls a dummy or a pacifier her bah. And she just sounded like the Dog of Wisdom anyway. So her parents were thrilled. Go watch funny YouTube videos. Remember when YouTube just used to be fun? Like now. I assume that's a minute. My name is David Hoare, and welcome to Waking Up with a Hoare.
Waking up with a Hoare. Waking up with a Hoare. Waking up with a Hoare.
How my morning's gone. This morning I had minor lion with my dog, Nala.
Nala, should we just stay in bed or should we actually get up? Because staying in bed's pretty excellent. We could just stay here all day if you want. Although then we'd achieve nothing. I would also be really hungry. But currently, this is the best thing that's happened so far today.
But I didn't last too long because I actually had a bit of a headache. So I went and got some water and some tea and some Cocoa Pops, which was fine. It was what was available to me. For some odd reason, I didn't want to have toast with a headache. I can't quantify why. But even as I say it now, I still think that makes sense. Just so dry, even with like loads of butter on it. Like, it's just so dry that it would make the headache worse. I'm no medical professional. And with my breakfast, I watched a bit of Glyn Johns, the guy he most recently been seen in the Beatles Get Back documentary as the engineer, partial producer, and he's been interviewed by Rick Beato. It turns out Glyn Johns has just worked with like all the big names in like the 60s and 70s. He's kind of talking about the Beatles as like, oh, I sort of did that for like 3 weeks, but you know, mainly I was working with Led Zeppelin and the Rolling Stones and the Who. You're like, oh, so like just the biggest names. That was really interesting. And then I had a lovely phone call with my sister and my niece. My niece is now obsessed with K-pop Demon Hunters, as is quite a few people. I think I might have to watch it. Just I feel like a lot of people are enjoying it, and I'll see if I enjoy it too. I like the animation style because it's similar to the Spider-Verse films and the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles films. I wrote a joke yesterday whilst watching. I watched the original cartoon of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles yesterday, and I was like, wording is so important, even if they basically mean the same things. Even if words are synonyms, it still can mean something completely different. Because if you call something Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, then it's a hit TV show / film / decades-long franchise. Whereas if you call it Underage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you get put on a list. Shall I tell that on stage? Laughing at my own jokes. What I intend to do today. Today I need to write my jokes out. I've got a new material show tonight and 2 new material shows tomorrow, so I need to do some writing. I also need to plan my life. This is kind of my first day back, having been on holiday and away. And this is what I would describe as like an ease-in week. Like next week is very much a working week. I've got lots going on. From about Sunday onwards, I've got like a bunch of paid work in. But this week's kind of like an ease-in week, which I'm very privileged to be able to do and very happy to be able to do. I also need to take my dog for a walk, and then I'm going to go do a gig at the Lazy Dog in Bristol. Comments. Thank you all for leaving such lovely comments on my videos. I can't remember where I got to on my comments. Blue Bus MMs said I should try and watch WUWAH in the morning, which I think would be better. But for now, it's 5 p.m. and I'm listening to 2112 for the first time since I used it when revising for my A levels. Yeah. 2112 is pretty good. It's not my favorite. It's one of those ones where it's like 2112 is a Rush album. It was obviously very successful for them, and there's a bunch of stuff that I really like off it, but I think that they got better as they went on, for me personally. In response to me having a week off and posting the video of my girlfriend's grandfather called Eric, Benji Seaward has put, "Go on, Eric." Alan Hazel has put, "Happy 100th, Eric. Have a great trip, David." I did have a great trip, David. Matt Curlis, hello, Matt. It's 2:15 in the morning, so go asleep with a whore, regardless. My mum is proud. That's Matt suggesting that because of the time difference for where he is, that it's actually being released as he's going to bed rather than when he's waking up. I have suggested in response to watch it when you wake up instead. Matt also says, Nala gave me all the warmth I needed to fall asleep, so hopefully doing that before 3. Thank you for the laughs. You and Walter Jack are lovely. Yes, we are. In fact, Walter Jack has commented saying, love doing this show, great song, to which I have responded, you're such an expert. Please go watch the episode of Walter Jack if you haven't already. He is staggeringly funny. He's a wonderful, wonderful man. And also go watch the Joke Clinic if you haven't. The episode with me and I rewatched it. I'm annoyed that I can't show you the bits. They've edited out the bits where I broke. There was 3 times where I cried with tears. You can basically notice a bit where Walter gets up to make Charlie a cup of tea, doesn't offer me one. And when he gets up, I'm wearing my glasses, and then there's an edit, and my glasses like on my head, and I'm rubbing my eyes, and that's because I was crying with laughter, and they had to edit it out. Aldo has said you forgot the award for best imaginary haddock. Well, I just think that the comedy clubs for kids people should be given, or at least nominated for all the awards, all of them. I hope you have a lovely day. Just a reminder, I do guest episodes on Monday, and then Tuesday to Friday I do these mini morning encouragements where I just sort of encourage you to have a good day whilst also telling you a bit about what's going on with me. I hope today you have a great day. My name is David Hoare. Thank you for waking up with a whore.
Try and have an adequate day. Meet your basic needs and don't be a dick.